Hey guys, welcome to my 9th Thursday round robin. All of you probably know the drill by now, but I think there's a new person in here. Yes, Design Flaw. Basically, everyone fights each other once, and the goal is to get as many wins as possible. You are never eliminated. You get a bunch of fights, no matter what the result. We got Toasted Bread in here for a change. That's really good to see. We got Luck, Pecola, Maestro Cake. Those people always show up to these. Wrath as well. So some new faces and some veterans as well of the event. So actually, the first fight, I always end up first for some reason, but that's not a problem at all. I'm gonna end up fighting Design Flaw. It looks like. I think it's because the 8th person left because I was in round 2 before. Did not shuffle it, but it shuffles automatically when that happens, so that's why I didn't bother with that. Hang on. Parsec disappeared from there somehow. That's a little bizarre, but there it is. I have no computers available right now. Oh, there we go. It's just loading. Alright, perfect. So I'm gonna get Design Flaw in here. I made sure he has the role. And I will join commentator chat here. The whole purpose of that is that you can listen while the tournament's going, and you don't need to take up that extra bandwidth by running the stream in the background. I'll just make sure I'm not muted. And yeah, that should work perfectly. Maestro Cake's here, awesome. We know Pecola's gonna be late, so that's fine. Let's get Design Flaw in here. Hopefully he shows up. I know he's been on the server for a little bit. He's not brand new to the server at all. He's just new to this event. I don't know if he's done many tournaments though, but he's definitely played the game. He's familiar with it. And these tournaments, for those who are unfamiliar, they go pretty quickly. Usually, there's usually like a pause at the beginning when we figure out who's going to be here, who is going to be late, etc. But once that is resolved, we usually move pretty quickly through. And if someone doesn't show up like in a few minutes, we just move on. We leave their match till later if they're not here. Later on in the event, obviously we disqualify them unless they've told me in advance, so that's how I tend to do things. I'll deal with the names real quick. Haven't heard anything from Design Flaw, but I saw him on the other day. Alright, perfect. And I'm gonna get the right side, he'll get the left. I'm able to ping him so he has the roll. Yeah, we'll just wait a little bit longer. And if he doesn't show up, we'll move on to Wrath against Toasted Bread. Really cool to have Toasted Bread in here, one of the Zera veterans of the server. Hey Multi, good to see you in the chat. You've been showing up to these events a lot lately, and that's really good to see. Yeah, I'll give him another minute. If he doesn't show up, we'll just skip the fight for now. I won't disqualify him right away. I just don't want to waste too much time on no-shows. I guess in the meantime, I might as well switch the names. I don't think he's going to show up right away, so I'll just change the names up. If he shows up within the minute, though, we'll do that fight. Alright, let me just check again. Nothing. I don't think he's been trying to join. I haven't seen anything. So. Clicked my own Parsec link there. Alright, he hasn't shown up, so let's just move on. It's Wrath against Toasted Bread. Wrath will get the left side. I believe Wrath needs keyboard too, so I'll get that sorted out. And hopefully they show up in the next few minutes. If not, we'll actually skip Peckler's fight because we know he's going to be late for like the first two, give or take. And then, so we'll actually skip that one and we'll do Maestro against Luck. So Maestro and Luck, be ready as well. You might have to fight very soon. I know Maestro's around. I know Luck should be around too. Alright. Yeah, Maestro's here. Multi is here too. That's good to know. Alright, let me... Oh, that's Peckler's computer there. Can see that on Parsec. He might be around soon. It's at 15 and 20 though, so I'll give him time still. I'll wait until he lets me know what's up with that. Alright, I see Luck in the commentator chat. That's good. We know he's around as well. So, you're here. Awesome. Yeah, so he's a little bit quicker maybe than we were expecting. That's good. Sooner the better. So we'll actually have you fight Maltese then after this minute is up. And Alright, let's move on. Pekla against Multi. Hopefully Multi is ready too. Let me just deal with the names. Alright. And Pekla, you're gonna get the left side. Multi, you're gonna get the right. I assume you want keyboard Pekla, because your keyboard splitter has not been cooperating. Feel free to correct me. Yep, okay. Yeah, I gave you keyboard. Alright, waiting for Multi now. I saw Multi earlier, so... Bit of a slow start, but this always happens. There's always somebody who's late, somebody who needs a minute, you know, that type of thing. Or just doesn't show up. Sometimes that happens too, but it's not a big deal. I guess one way to look at it for the competitors is if there's less people, then the tourney takes less time. But yeah, we always want as many people here as possible, though, for the maximum amount of fights, because I think that's the most fun. So, but that's a good way to look at it, I guess, if you're a little annoyed that we have to wait a little bit. It's not a big deal. All right, we got Multi in here. Awesome. So let's get started. This is going to be the first fight, actually. Let me just boot up the game. Good luck and have fun, guys. I'm really curious to see what you guys will pick. Let me just change the flags. I have it on 12 because I did the league thing. Those fights are pretty grueling, but a lot of fun as well. Alright, we're on 7 flags. Let's go. Pekla on the left, Malty on the right. Malty going with Calc. He's played Calc recently, I'm not surprised. Pekla thinking about mirroring the pick, possibly. And then there's a... Okay, no, he's thinking about going with Marta now. Malty thinking about Yandrik. Interesting. That's a pick from Pekla. Now Malty has to decide. Alright, he goes with Calc. I think Marta usually has an advantage in this matchup, actually. Because I think she has more options before point. And Calc is a little bit limited. He has some good stabs, but they're still like somewhat limited as to utility. He doesn't have as much versatility with that. And sure, he can cut really well, so that lends himself well to fending off sabers and sometimes long swords, but when it comes to the rapier, his cuts are kind of slow. They have reach, but they do not outreach the rapier's thrust. So I tend to think Marta has the edge, but it all will depend ultimately on the player. That said, Malty got a flag early. That's good for him. Trading some thrusts here. Oh, Pekla is tired now. Malty has been playing this really well so far. Slowly whittling away. That can be risky against the rapier, but Malty is doing it very precisely. I think he has to watch his stamina too, though. Nice use of the point. Oh, someone paused by mistake, probably. Thankfully, it was not during the actual fight. Hopefully, you're both good to go. You're good to go? Yeah, okay. And a stab from oh, but it's a double. It's a double. Stab the wrist. I think that's the ghost thrust from Calc there. That X thrust is very powerful. And then there's a stab to the arm. That one looked more convincing, to be fair, though, than some of the ghost thrusts we've seen, so it is what it is. Getting stabbed in the hand is not fun. Let's put it that way. Stab, stab. They missed, though. He did some damage with the edge, but he didn't actually strike with the point, and that allows Pekla to force a double. Still, any damage is better than nothing, and he just charges in and stabs Pekla. Pekla was not ready with long guard to stop it, by the look of it. Sometimes Cal can surprise you with his explosive rush attacks. He's not really known for it, but he can do it. Pekla getting a good stab there. I'd give Pekla some move suggestions here, but I think that would be a bit unfair, so I think he knows what he's doing anyway. But there is a way to deal with what Malty is doing, I think. I'll just say that. Malty tried stabbing the chest. I was surprised that missed. I thought that'd be a double. Because Pekla did stab his head. That's pretty clear, so. Oh, nice cut from Pekla, and actually outreached Malty's attack, and Pekla was able to follow it up. Really good use of the cut. That's something that Marta tends not to use very much of. Thrust attempt by Malty, and it lands. The second one does. So thrust from Pekla trying to poke and prod a little bit. They're both patient in the beginning, but then when they start attacking, they're explosive. Both trying to make sure neither opponent has an advantage, like a positional advantage. Pekla going for a cut, and then there's a cut from Malty, but it misses. I think he picked the wrong one. And then Pekla keeps shutting down Malty's line of attack, and he lands a thrust of his own to finish it off. Bit of a marathon round to start off, which is nice to see, and it's pretty close. Malty with a kill. Anybody's game. I have no idea who wins this one at this point. Pekla has the experience, but Malty is showing that he has the fight IQ as well to challenge Pekla, and he understands his character. And it's worth noting, Malty is newer, but he has been to many tournaments by now, so you can't underestimate him. You can't just waltz forward and kill him, you know? Oh, Pekla just following up with a bunch of stabs, but that's one stab from Malty kills him. That is very unfortunate. That's a bit of a Marta moment there. Pekla probably not very happy with that, but he's only one... Oh, Unfortunate, he got stabbed in the arm. Still, good job by Multi. Multi was playing that really well. You could say Multi was ahead slightly for most of that fight. There was a point where Pekla was ahead, but I think as far as the pace of the fight goes, Multi was doing a very good job of controlling it. So that might have been what tipped the scale. Very good try by Pekla, though. You put up a fight, went down kicking and screaming. You did not just let him kill you. All right, Oak says he's ready to step in if someone doesn't show. Okay. Yeah, her long guard is difficult. There's something. It's not even that it's bad at blocking stuff. It's that it stops working, if that makes sense. She stops assuming the guard at random times, and that might have screwed you over a bit, unfortunately. It wouldn't surprise me. Like when he rushed forward, I noticed your point was up. It wasn't pointing forward, but you might have been intending to go point forward. So that's unfortunate. There's just little things like that where she stops doing long guard out of nowhere, and it can really throw you off in a fight where blocking stabs is everything. Yeah, Peckler's not too happy if there's Zera nerfs coming in. And, you know, I tend to think he's pretty powerful, but I don't want Kubel to go too far with that at all. I think Zera should still flow really well, but I agree that he should be slower than Isabella with many of his, like, high recovery moves. Your Ichigo profile pick? Yeah, I really like that, actually. It says you have 0 ping for some reason, but I think that's just a visual bug. Unfortunately, it means it's hard for me to tell what ping you actually have, but oh well. Computer being slow, 1 sec, no problem. And by the way, Oak, I might let you in. I just, I want to wait first. Let's wait until like round 3. And if the no-shows don't show up, then we'll start disqualifying them, I think. Unfortunately, that's 3 people who have not shown up, but that's how it is. 90? Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good ping. Especially considering you're like in, I think, Florida, right? You're out east, where east and southeast, I should say, from where I am. So Indiana, okay. Oh, I was thinking Ironic. Yeah, Ironic's the guy in Florida. My bad. All right, you're both in. Yeah, still for a North American ping, that's good. Anyway. All right, Maestro will take the left, and Luck will take the right. At this point, Luck routinely challenges the best, and he's definitely champion material, I would say, at this point. He just has to work on not being as predictable with some of his moves, I think. Nonetheless, on a good day, Luck can defeat any veteran, I would say. So I would not be surprised if he won this, actually. He's gonna win one eventually. Okay, so we got Maestro with Isabella going back to his main. Probably because he's anticipating that Zera nerf. That's something a lot of Zera mains are not happy with, and yeah, I get it. Um, if Zera was made to flow like he does in the trailer, he wasn't stupidly fast in the trailer. He was just flowing really well. But we still nerfed that quick Y cut that just cancels recovery. I think he would be fine, but we'll see what Kubel does. It seems like Kubel just wants him to be a drunkard, so oh well. He'll probably be overshadowed by the German longsword fencers, though, let's face it. I mean, because they use his style, but they're not drunk, so it was kind of inevitable. It was just a matter of when, I think. When Zera becomes obsolete. That might happen sooner than we were expecting, unfortunately. Sidestep attempt, but gets cut. Good use of the Y cut by Maestro. But Luck got two flags in the opening, so that was really good for him. Doing a good job of getting around the guard. And Luck trying to thrust, but I'd say his point was offline, so Maestro was able to block it. That's a tricky thing with the curve sometimes. Sometimes you have to sort of pay attention to where the point is. It's not straight ahead, it's to the side a bit, so. Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that, though, because the edge does a bunch of grazing damage, so. Sometimes you don't have to pay too much attention to that. You just might not kill in one hit. Yeah, that said, Isabella is not drunk though, so there's that. And he'll add two longsworders who are not drunk, so another sidestep. Luck really loving that move. It hits really hard. Yeah, so there'll be plenty of non-drunk longsworders available. Oh, Luck froze in place a little bit there. Maybe trying to guard. It crashed through, but because the blade was in the way, it did not kill. Luck was very, I guess, lucky. Oh, the snap cut. Nicely done by Maestro. An underused move by Isabella mains. Nah, I only think one character needs the drunk gag. Maybe Gideon could be drunk in the story at one point. I don't know, but I don't think we need more than one gag character, you know? That's just my take. Zera is going to be obsolete sooner than expected. That's what I meant. And I'm saying those other longsworders, we're going to make him obsolete anyway, I think. So I hope that's clear. Soon Zera will start each round blackout drunk. Maybe. Maybe. Because Kubo was talking about how he'll add more stumbling, like more just drunkenness to his style. So, well, we'll see what happens with that. Great skill, yeah, they've both been playing really well. Sorry to not focus exclusively on what they're doing. And there's a double. Luck doing very good with the lateral movement. Maestro's doing very good with linear movement, I would say, though. So, oh, there's the stab right around the guard. That's how you use it. And Maestro was not ready for it. Nicely done by Luck. Sidestep by Luck, parrying the cut. Excellent. And Luck showing us that longswords can be defeated with Saber. I know that's been a thing people have been talking about lately, but it's definitely possible. The Saber Dagger guy, yeah, he'll be out soon, I'm sure, with the other newcomers. I would hope, anyway. If he's not, I might riot, because he's been teased for so long. It'd be one thing if he was new, like brand spanking new, but he's been there for a very long time. And another sidestep, Maestro not adjusting for it, and he gets hit. Very good win by Luck. It's like I was saying, Luck can defeat any veteran player on any given day. So Luck proved it right there. Good fight to both of you. Maestro, stick around. You're actually gonna fight Multi now. Oh, Maestro left. Okay. We need you back in, Maestro. And Luck actually, Design Fall might not show up actually, so. I think I saw Wrath in the chat, but we're not gonna do your fight yet because because Toasted Red has not shown up yet, so. Alright, Maestro. So sit tight, Wrath. Unfortunately, you don't get to fight either. Because we can have some no-shows. You'll get to fight me, though, this round if Toasted still doesn't show up. Let me give them a ping, too. I'll just ping the no-shows quickly. So we got Toasted. And we got Design Flaw. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to ping them excessively, but if they don't respond to that ping, then that's too bad. Well, he seems to be coming because he's been teased for so long and he's pretty important to the story, as I recall. Because Sava is more finished, so to speak, than the others. Like, we can actually mouse over him and we can see him there, so. And keep in mind, he's been teased for like a year, I think, if not more, so. And I think he's mentioned in one of the arcade stories, right? So, luck with the emoji there. Alright, is Multi around? Hopefully I pinged him. Oh yeah, I didn't ping Multi, my bad. That's my bad. Just click that link. There we go, yeah. Alright, Multi is gonna take the left, Maestro will take the right. This might be a tourney where some of the newer players put on a show. That's what it's shaping out to be so far. Yeah, he's in Samuel's arcade history, so hopefully he'll be relevant very soon. Yeah, I see what you're saying, Walter, but I think Kubel said he's bringing a few characters into the game, so it's a bit ambiguous, I guess. It could be the three, and it could also be those other two as well. I don't know about Helmet Guy, though. He's a complete mystery. We just know, I think, that he's Swedish or something, and that's about it. So, okay, Multi going with Calc again. Maestro going to Zera. He's actually not using Isabella. Game becomes so passive that he keeps on punishing aggressive tactics. I don't know about that. He's certainly gonna be punishing Zera, though. Okay, so Maestro with the first kill. Fact is, we've seen aggressive tactics work, so I don't think this game is purely defensive. I think it's more complex than that. But some characters might suffer more than others, like Zera, if Kubel gets his sight on them and starts nerfing them. That said, Maestro with some quick kills here. Maybe he's atheist. That might be what's going on. I mean, I won the rapier, not rapier. It was more of a. It's technically called the thrusty tourney. I basically won by doing a bunch of thrusts with Marta. So I don't know about that. I used the thrust intelligently to defend myself as well, to be fair, but I was doing tons of attacking. Yeah. Koala here, the coach of everyone. He's taught everybody the game. Alright. Upward cut. Multi is on the back foot here. We're seeing Maestro getting really aggressive, maybe trying to prove Piccolo wrong. Ooh. High guard cut. Did he mean to do that? That just seems like a waste of stamina at that range. There's a double. Yeah, sometimes real fencing is passive. Sometimes it's not, though, I would argue. Sometimes there is some aggressiveness going on. But there is always a moment where You gotta sort of decide how you want to approach it, and you have to approach it in a smart way. You can't just swing your sword into someone's blade. You have to find an opening. You have to provoke, to feint, swing somewhere where the sword isn't, that kind of stuff. But I think the game can have some good interplay between offense and defense. It doesn't need to be passive. Oh, Maestro is tired, but Multi doesn't capitalize. It's kind of risky against Zera, to be fair. So Multi's trying to play this patiently like he's always been playing, and then there's a stab by Maestro. But yeah, that is a point. This game is very tactical, and obviously there's some parts of it that need to be polished, but I think it's in a very good state right now, for sure. Oh, the thrust missed. Good snap cut by Maestro, the retreat cut. Maestro applying some pressure, Multi on the back foot. Stab, and another stab finishes it. Yep. Yep, shot Phoenix is exactly right. And Maestro got it, though. With that being said, yeah, I'd say the best fencers were courageous, though. A lot of those sources talk about how the martial arts are not intended for people who lack courage, but they're intended for those who have courage to excel, if that makes sense. Essentially, if you are not a courageous person, then fencing is not for you, is what they say. And I tend to agree with that. The best warriors in the past were not only skilled, they had the muscle memory, they had the skill, they had the strength, but they also had the courage. Without the courage, your structure falters and you can't fence properly. So, but yeah, it's still hard to be aggressive at times for sure, because one little mistake and you're in trouble. Toasted, you are late, but you're still in the tournament. Yeah, you're all good, Toasted. Let's have you fight Wrath now. So that's good. We know Wrath is here. We know Toasted is here. Design is the only current no-show at this point. Alright. Miss head thrust into belly thrust. Yeah, exactly. But anyway, back to discussing the game. The game is obviously very tactical, and just something to keep in mind in fencing is if your opponent's ready for your attack, of course it's gonna fail. You know, that's the whole point. There is supposed to be effective defense, and there's an effective attack too, and probably worth keeping in mind. You can sort of mold the two together as well. You can cut into an attack to both defend and offend your opponent at once, for instance. That's harder to do, but you can do it in this game too. And you can use attacks as area denial too if you have reach. So, anyway. Let's get the name sorted out. I don't want to dwell on that too much. I guess the best counterexample is Yendrick, because Yendrick's literally all about aggression. That axe is so hard to block. Alright, Wrath, you're on the left. Toasted, you're on the right. Awesome. Alright. Yes, unfortunately, this foot soldier guy is not available yet. I know, Toasted, you want these guys so bad. You always mouse over them, you always talk about them, but they ain't coming. Alright, we got Alex from Wrath. That makes me really happy to see. Because that is my main. And I wonder if Wrath has read my guide. I do have a guide on the character on Steam. I have a document too, but I don't think I actually updated that one. I've basically just migrated everything over to Steam where it's more accessible, so easier to read too. Oh, Wrath going with that new move, the X slash, but Toasted just catches him. It's hard to initiate with that one, but if you initiate it with it just right at the correct angle, it can be a good forcing move. Toasted with a quick retreat cut. Oh, big cut by Toasted and a big cut from Wrath, resulting in a double. Alexander's blade is heavy and choppy, so he can trade pretty well with Zera, but I still would favor Zera in the trades, personally. That's definitely not how you want to play this matchup. You want to try and avoid playing Zera's game and punish his mistakes. Sometimes getting in his face, too, where he's less effective. Is Wrath able to move? Wrath, long guard if you're good. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, it just looked a little strange. He wasn't moving at all. I can't see your pings change, so I have no idea if there's something going on there. Parsek's being annoying with that. Parsec froze. Alright. I'll tell you what, because you got hit there, we'll count those first two flags, but not that third one. If that sounds okay. So we'll try a new link. Hopefully you can get back in and just play. Or if the entire match was laggy, let me know, and we can always just restart or something. Alright. Alright, you guys ready? I suppose if Wrath gets a flag, it doesn't matter here, but you guys can just fence normally, I don't care. We might avoid counting it, though, if Wrath gets the worst end of it. Oh, he rushed into that, to be fair. Alright, so I don't think it altered the outcome that much. It's up to you guys if you want to count that or not. It's unfortunate he had to, he disconnected, though. Good parry. Oh, he's going for the new move. Unfortunately, the distance was wrong. I think the idea was good, though. Oh, that rushing attack often does not go well. And Toasted is just, destroying him, and people were talking about aggression. There you go, Toasted just rushing him down. Doesn't care. And Wrath wasn't ready for it. Toasted rushing in again. Windmill cuts, takes the hand off. Nicely done by Toasted. Wrath just doesn't have an answer for this. Toasted is often patient, but ooh, he went for very explosive aggression, and there he finally failed. Wrath did the right thing there, but that holy stance thrust finishes him off. It's a very deadly move. And so, people were talking about aggression not working. Toasted did a mix of both. He did some patient play and his trademark explosive aggression. So, there you go. All about finding the correct angles. Alright, so Luck, I don't think design flaw is around. They'll give him another round to show up, though. I think you're still fighting Toasted, so stay in. Yes, you are. In fact, you're fighting Pekla, so good luck. The two Zera Masters. Though Pekla has taken up other characters lately. Alright, awesome. Alright, and we got Toasted on the left, Pekla on the right. Toasted is a fellow Canadian, so his ping is really good. Pekla's is too, though, being American. Alright, I'll give Pekla a keyboard. Oh, Pekla disconnected. I don't think I kicked you, so I don't think that's what it was. Hopefully that wasn't it. Toasted on the left, Pekla on the right. gave you keyboard. Let's get started. Kind of hoping to see a Zaramir. The Zaramirs of these two are legendary, but no, we'll see where it goes. Toasted on the left, Peckle on the right. Might be a slight delay. That's pretty normal though. YouTube be like that. Okay, they're gonna do separate skins. That's helpful too for identifying them. You don't have to, but sometimes it's nice. Okay, toasted left, Peckle right. Let's see how this goes. Thrust by Peckla. Kill right in the opening. Peckla doing a bit of aggression. Backs away though. It's a bait. He wasn't actually trying to hit him. 2 cuts from Peckla. Hopefully this gets his morale up. He's doing really well so far. Oh, but toasted with the Zwirch. And that's an example of what I was talking about, how you can defend and cut at the same time. Very excellent. It's an excellent tactic there. Something that the German fencing system excels at in particular. Okay, Holy stands fainting by Peckla. Tries to get in there, but he's out of range. And Toasted punishes. That was almost a good hit, though. If Peckla was a little bit closer, I think that would have hit. It was a really good angle that he picked. Toasted with the retreat cut. Those retreat cuts are very quick. They both rushed in. Toasted goes for a push, actually, and it works. The push has been nerfed such that it can't really interrupt attacks, but if you do it at the right time, it still works. Just the same as it always did. Crash through with the retreat cut, but Peckla doesn't care, rushes in and kills him. Upward slash by Peckla. Beating the blade down, but there's the Holy Stance. Toasted cancels, though, and he's punished. Sometimes canceling is a bad idea. Sometimes you gotta commit or back away. These words how they're both sort of striking at each other's blades, testing the waters. Good mix of tactics and just simple aggression in this one. Well, they're both doing some dashing, but Toasted is the one punished. Toasted with Holy Stance. He gets cut in the leg. Oh, okay. Peckla actually got the better end of that one. I would not have expected that, but he did. Zera has a head of iron, as people say, and then he splashes the hand off. Excellent cut from Peckla. Finishes the fight. The right side has been winning all of these fights so far, by the look of it. Doesn't happen often. Usually it's like 50-50 at this level. Alright. Hope that's a good morale boost for Peckla. He's a very good player with Zera, so I expect nothing less from him. Toasted did well too, though. Alright, let's get Wrath in here. Parsec error. Okay, that's what was happening. I see. That happens. Ducked underneath the high guard. Yeah. Yeah. Or Holy Stand, sorry, not high guard. Yeah, that ducking might have saved you from some of the damage. If you're talking about the same moment. Alright, Wrath is in. Is he gonna do the Alex mirror is the question, though. I get the left side. I get to fight finally, too. It's funny, I always get, like, the first fight, but then often the one I'm fighting is a no-show or something. But that doesn't matter. Everyone gets the same number of fights regardless, so I guess unless we get people forfeiting, but I hope not. Alright. Definitely going with Alex. Who's Wrath gonna go with? He's gonna go with Alex. That is a brave pick. Design flaw is in commentator. Okay. Someone ping him or something. I guess unless he's already tried talking to me. Good to see him in commentator. If that's the case. Anyway. I'm gonna focus here. Stay quiet. Bit of a samurai moment there. That was pretty badass. Oh my goodness, the jank. Crazy, crazy fight. Oh, come on, kill him. No! Good fight, good fight, good fight. Wow. Raph doing a very good job with those new moves. Was hoping for a double there, but I didn't get it. It's a powerful move. Good fight. Well, obviously, you know, ideally I hit you and I don't even get hit, but, you know. If I'm hit, might as well go for the double. Alright, so what's up with design flaw? Here, waiting for your turn. Okay. Yeah, let's get you in then. And good fight, Raph. Thrive on the jank. Yes, you do. You tend to do well when that starts happening. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. That's kind of a skill on its own, you know? Alright, let's get design in to fight against me. And we'll go from there. Oh, I pinged in chat. That's okay. Okay, design flaw. You're gonna get the left. I don't think he needs keyboard. Okay. When the jank starts, press R1. Yeah, that can be a good tactic for sure. Just grab. Alright, design, take the left. If you need keyboard, let me know. Alright, hang on. Nothing from him. I think he's in North America too. Alright, let's try that again. Maybe you just need to back away. Back out. Oh. Not hearing anything connect. He who lives by the grab dies by the grab. Yep, that's very accurate. Controller not working? What's up? You can see the screen. What do I press? Your controller. Any button. Okay, so let's try again. Design. Just press any button, and you're right here. Alright, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna reset gamepads, and we'll try again. He sees the screen, which is good. It's not Parsec completely imploding that is going on. I think it's his end because everyone else has been working. You're on the left. I don't know. Is your controller not working or something? Or he's watching on YouTube Live. He's like, there we go. Okay. Finally it's working. I guess you back out enough times, it'll eventually work. I don't know. Or maybe he fixed something on his end. I don't know. But I'm glad we got it working. Last thing I wanted was for Design Flawed to be unable to participate. And good luck. Alright, good effort. Some good tactics on display there. Essentially, it's a 50-50 matchup as far as characters go. Because Calc can cut me from range, he can stab me from range really easily, but if I can close him down and get aggressive, then I win. So that tends to be how it goes. Both characters can hit each other pretty easily. So a good game to design. Stay in, by the way. Very good effort. I like what he was doing with the baits too. He was trying to bait attacks out from me to hit me, and sometimes it worked really well. So that's one of the principal tactics with Calc, I would say. So I'm curious to see how these two will match up. Luck, you're gonna be on the left, and Design, you're gonna be on the right this time. And after that, we'll do Maestro against Toasted Bread. That's another really fun matchup between veterans. Hoping we see a longsword fight. Eve watching with Hawkeyes. Alright. So Design Flaw goes with Calc, and Luck goes with Barabash. I'm not surprised because Bara is his favorite character for dealing with characters who have straight blades, it seems. Especially rapiers and whatnot. And generally, Calc is also a very solid saber character, so. And we know Luck is part of Eve's dojo, so it makes a lot of sense that he's using Calc here. Or, sorry, not Calc, Barabash. Well, actually, Eve uses Calc too, but obviously Luck is not playing him. Alright. Design flaw off the first kill, though. Those stabs are pretty lethal in this matchup. Luck might rely on his own stabs. Thrust spam does not work there, though. He needs to figure something else out, I think. And again, that's to do with angle. That point is not in line to hit him, so if Design Flaw knows how to shut down the center line, he can shut those down immediately. Or beat the blade down for that matter. Oh, okay, Luck might be frozen. Hang on. Luck is not moving. Thank you, Design, for backing away. That was very sportsmanlike of you. Let's just wait out whatever leg spike that was. Luck, just let us know when you're good to go. If you are. Controller disconnected. Okay. I'm glad it's not an internet thing. Gonna have to back out. Okay. Feel free. Yeah, you probably do. I think you do because it won't be able to detect your other controller. Okay, Luck is trying to reconnect. That's good. Alright, you should be able to take control back because your controller is now gonna, yeah, it's gonna recognize a new controller, so yeah, we're good. Design flaw is ready, so let's keep fencing. Thrust attempt, but it's parried a bit by that guard, as in the guard on the hand that protects the hand. There is a chain on Barbash's sword, and it's just enough to stop sword swings, plus that cross guard. Not as good as a proper D guard, but it can stop a blade. And this game does simulate that. But a design flaw for another kill. And the cool thing about this tournament so far that I'm noticing is new players are actually doing well in certain matchups against veteran players. It's really cool to see this play out. Design flaw needing to watch his stamina though. He has to, otherwise Luck is just gonna pick him apart. And there he goes. So nobody, I would say, is doing particularly bad so far. Everyone's had some kind of good performance at this point, I think. Some stabs by Luck. Luck has figured out how to line them up. Design flaw will have to continue to keep those stabs offline. Or find a way to threaten him with a cut, something like that. Gotta be careful with those retreat cuts. They are slow, so they can open them up, but they also drain stamina. Oh, unfortunately, that's what happened there. That was a tired swing from design, but it was interrupted. If it landed, it probably could have forced a double, but it was way too slow because he was tired. Luck trying to sidestep. That's a good idea. That's a double though. They both strike each other pretty hard. Some cuts from design flaw. Ooh, A cut, but it's very slow. Luck is starting to adapt. But still a very good performance by both. Oh, Frost. Design flaw really has to be careful with those big cuts. They're a bit predictable. He manages to tank that strike, though, and land a really good hit of his own. So he's still in it, and he can definitely win this fight. 2 flags each to win anybody's game. 5-5. Whoa, strike to the hand by Luck. That was very precise cut. I think it just hit the wrist, so it took it off. Maybe a bit of the forearm. And there's a strike from design flaw. And now it's down to the final flag. Really intense fight. Anybody's game. So design flaw being patient, but poking and prodding a little bit. Some cuts, though. Have to, again, watch those. Trying to snipe the hand with the A cut. Beats down the attack from Luck. But Luck keeps going. And Luck does get hit a little bit, but his hit was a bit more convincing. So Luck actually takes it. Design likes that combo, but risky, yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. That said, he did really well. Luck is a very seasoned player. Like I was saying, he can defeat any veteran. He's a very good player, so that is what it is. Alright, I'm kicking you both out, not because I hate you, because we're now moving on to Maestro against Toasted Bread. Of course, you're not eliminated, Design. Just be ready for your next fight. If I can spell Maestro Cake, that'd be great. And Maestro, you're going to get the left. Toasted will get the right. Alright, Toasted is in. Cares about the standings. I'll have a look real quick. Luck has not lost anything yet, but everybody else has. That's a really interesting scenario. There. Interesting situation. Wait, did I not? Oh, I didn't score my win. Hang on. Yeah, that looked a little confusing there. There we go. That looks better. Alright. So everyone has a win and 1 loss, except for Luck. So Luck is the guy to beat. Eve giving him some tips there. That's good. Eve is very good with calc, so he definitely knows what he's talking about. Yeah, Maestro is in. In fact, Eve still has the broadsword title, I believe. So, yeah, he knows a lot about how to use that weapon. Okay, Maestro against Toasted. Let's go. Maestro on the left, Toasted on the right. Happens all too often. You start winning, then dip. Yeah, I think that's the challenging thing for you. It's not putting on a good performance. You always do. It's just staying consistent, I guess. And I feel that. I used to be exactly like that a year ago. So I totally understand how that feels. It's a little crappy sometimes, but you'll get over it if you keep at it. Okay, Maestro on the left again, Toasted on the right. Maybe we just needed to back out. That sometimes happens. And again, the right side getting all the wins except for one now. All right, Maestro going with Zera. Toasted maybe can't move. Okay, he can move. Perfect. All right. Toasted thinking about going with Zera, but he's actually thinking about Yendrick too. That's interesting. Thinking about going for the axe to counter the longsword. And then Laszlo too. Really interesting picks that he's contemplating here. He goes with Yendrick. This could either go really well for him or really bad. That's how Yendrick rolls. But Yendrick especially can crack open guards, so Maestro can't necessarily rely on his counter-striking style the way he usually does. Yeah, he has to get in there, and he does it there for the first flag. And Toasted is going to have to really focus on managing that distance well, using a lot of active movement to keep himself safe instead of his auto guard. That's a stab from Maestro, though. Maybe this was a mistake. We'll see, though. Toasted just needs to adapt. If he adapts, he can slaughter Maestro with Yendrick. And I totally see why he picked him, so let's see how it goes. Oh, the Y chop is deflected, and a Maestro keeps going. Maestro has so much blade to work with. Toasted has that little axe head there. But that axe head does hit hard if he knows where to place it. Well, trying to snipe him, that was a good idea, but unfortunately Maestro was able to defend. Okay, Toasted with the pendulum, but Maestro just goes in and stabs him. Doesn't care. Because he sees an opening and he takes it. Toasted. Oh, he goes for the grapple and he lands it. Nicely done. Nicely done by Toasted. He can die happy if he loses the next flags. That is tough to do against Zera. Oh, he blocks that thrust. He strikes the arm. He got hit too, though. He's limping. Oh, it's a double, I think. Yeah, it's a double. Maestro forced him against the wall, but that's a double. Oh, a push! Oh, but he doesn't follow it up. Doesn't quite follow up. Oh my goodness, the thrust doesn't land completely, but that follow-up cut. This is a crazy fight, actually. Don't let the disparity in flags fool you. These are some crazy moments. Oh, strike to the... It wasn't a perfect hit for the axe head, maybe. It's hard to tell from that angle. But that strike was definitely good. Meister rushing in. Oh, that A chop was probably a mistake. It doesn't have enough range for that particular situation. Maestro needing one more. Well, that is dangerous by Toasted. Gotta be very careful. That thrust nearly landed. And there's a good snipe from Toasted. Toasted is not giving up. Toasted rushing in. Maestro striking before he can push him. That was a good attempt. Oh, the rush. It doesn't. It does land. Wow. Last second literally hits the arm. Get Toasted with two attacks. He's got to back away, and he does. He gets the hand. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to jinx anything. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Maestro probably worried about choking here. That can get in someone's head if they're winning, but all of a sudden they throw away a bunch of flags. I know from... Oh, that was a good try by Toasted, but he was too far. And Maestro just stabbed him. That was crazy, guys. Good fight. Yeah, that grab was perfect. That was... You're exactly right there. Okay, I get to fight Pekla now. I think we'll see another really good fight, guys. Alright, Pekola's coming in. Perfect. And Pekola, you're gonna get the left. I will get the right. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, many of these guys have played for, 2 years, give or take. So, some of us even since the demo. So, that's a long time ago now. Crazy to think about that. For me personally, I started playing ever since Scalogrim showed it in his video. So, but I found the server in May 2021. All right, Pekola on the left. Oh wait, I might not have given you keyboard. That's my bad. I keep forgetting you don't have the keyboard splitter on anymore because it's been uncooperative. So that should work now. Yeah, there you go. Alright, that's my bad. Who do I pick, though? I'm gonna go with Alex. Let's see who Pekola picks. Okay, actually, I would prefer Zara over Marta, believe it or not, so that's good. I don't think he's confident in Marta as of late, so... And I'm happy he picked Zara, because Zara is a very, very fun character to fight against, and a fun character to use, so... Alright, good luck. made a big mistake there, and I was getting afraid of his holy stance. Very good fight. And you capitalized, so that's good. GG, alright. Design flaw against Wrath. Let's have a look at the standings here. I'm actually second place. There you go. Even after... Wait, no, did I report the score? I can't be. No, because that's only one loss. Hang on. What? No, I scored my... Hang on. I made a mistake. That's what happened. Okay. At least I'm watching for these things. Alright. Yeah, these I was gonna say, that doesn't look right. Yeah. So I'm like 6th place. That makes more sense. I have 2 losses. That's not good for me. But it's anybody's game. I really like where this tournament's going. Alright. Don't worry, I saw the mistake. I saw the mistake if you're commenting about that. Pekala. Alright, Wrath, where are you? I fixed it, don't worry, Pekala. It's all fixed. Hang on. Alright, Wrath is in. Let me just ping him, make sure he knows. Yeah, feel free to call me out, by the way, if I make a mistake like that. Feel free. I'm always keeping an eye out, too, but sometimes I miss stuff, so thankfully I didn't this time. Paying close attention to who is ahead and whatnot, so if anything strange appears, it's likely I'll find it. Rick. I always got away with it. Yeah. Don't worry, I always look them over, even before I end the tourney. Alright. Design flaw against Wrath. Alright. Wrath needs keyboard. Alright. We're good to go. We got luck against multi after that. Oh yeah, Pekala seems to have noticed it immediately too. Yeah, good on you for trying to point that out. Alright. Design flaw on the left, Wrath on the right. Wrath should have keyboard. Hopefully he's not having a connection problem. It's possible he doesn't. No, he does. Alright. Retreat Y spam not even needed. Yeah, the retreat Y is the main issue I have of Zera, to be honest, so. The other moves, not so much. So. Alright, I'm gonna bring you back in. Wrath seems to have this issue where he freezes, but when you let him back in, it fixes itself, so. And don't worry, Pekla, I know you well to know that you don't need to spam one move to win. You're a very skilled player, and your guide is proof of that. It shows people how much work you've put into Zera, so. Yeah, don't let anyone tell you that takes no skill. That's just objectively not true. You proved it there in our fight, so. Anyway, design flaw on the left, again, Wrath on the right. Should be able to move, yep. Okay, who are they gonna go with is the question. They're both trying to see who they'll pick. Wrath doesn't really like using Alex against Calc, maybe, so he goes with Samuel, which is also a good pick, again, in this matchup. I'd say Alex is kind of 50-50. Samuel might have an advantage. It's hard to say. It's going to come down to skill, though, more than anything here. Of course, as with every matchup. There's just certain ones that I think objectively, like, there's clear advantages at the very least. So, this one, though, it can go either way. I'd give Samuel maybe a slight advantage. But if Design Flaw can use that point really well, land those cuts when he needs to, etc., mix things up especially, that's what he really needs to do. He can win this one for sure. And that's 2 flags for Design Flaw. Calc has one advantage, and that's that he's a better thruster, and his cuts have a little bit more reach than at least some of Samuel. Samuel has the high guard cuts, which have more reach only because he steps forward. But as far as cutting, they're both very good at cutting. And I think Calc actually hits harder on the cut, too. So, but Samuel is a bit quicker. That's his main advantage. So, but that said, Calc has some quick point work of his own that he can bring to bear against those wide swings. Snap cuts, sometimes they don't hit very hard, though. And Design Flaw is able to sort of tank them. Design Flaw putting on a really good show here. Wrath is an experienced player with Saber. Not an easy opponent by any stretch. There's another thrust by Design Flaw. Textbook Calc play here. Sure, Eve is really happy to see that. He gave him a bit of a pep talk, gave him some tips, and already we're seeing an improvement, possibly. Some cuts, they don't connect, but they apply a lot of pressure, and there's a cut, provoking Wrath into attacking when Wrath thought he was safe. And this might be a clear victory for Design Flaw. Flawless. There's a good swing. Gets parried, though, just in time. Wrath on the offensive, but gets stabbed. He gets a bit bloodlusted. He thought he had the advantage that whole time, but all Design Flaw needed was one opportunity to land a stab, and he could get out of it, as we saw there. Alright. Very good win by Design Flaw. A bit of an upset, I would say, given the difference in experience, but these things happen. Design Flaw showing us that he is familiar with the game, for sure. Alright. As I was saying earlier, anyway, Luck against Multi next. Glad we're not having really anything in the way of technical issues. Flawless sweep, yeah, that was crazy. I would never have expected that. It's very hard for anybody to do that against Wrath, so. Alright, Luck against Multi. Luck will be on the left, Multi will be on the right. Alright. So Luck has gone with Barabash again. Another calc, by the way, for him to overcome. It's definitely been pretty tough. He's managed it, though. There's a bunch of thrusts. Reminder, a champion title is on the line, so if Luck gets this, he gets a title. If he wins enough fights. No pressure, but somebody has to stop him if you don't want him to win. And there's a good stab by Multi. Thrusts. Backs away, though. Doesn't like what was happening there. I don't blame him. There's a cut. Another cut. Snap cut trying to stop Multi. The problem Multi is having is those cuts are a bit slow. They have more reach, but Luck is doing a good job of pressuring and exploiting the fact that they are slow. And just chipping away at Multi's health, getting his stamina down. That was kind of my strategy against Pekkala, actually. When I realized attacking wasn't quite working against him, but Pekkala just picked me apart when I got too passive, so that's what happens. And so I do think aggressive tactics can work for sure. And actually, Multi almost caught Luck with a stab of his own. I will say, though, I do think Sabers are the most balanced so far in this game. They have, amongst themselves, they're pretty balanced, so. Not to say other weapons are not fun, they're very fun, but you can tell Saber is Kubal's specialty, I guess. There's a good stab. Alright, Luck is just on fire. He's approaching this perfectly, shutting down a lot of what Multi is doing. Multi might need to do more of that. Those quick stabs that come out of nowhere that hit really hard. But he has to set them up. He can't just throw them out there. Otherwise, that gives Luck the chance to move in. Because Luck knows he has to go in. He can't stay back against a weapon that has more reach. He has to close the distance. And he's doing that really well. Very good sidestep. And Luck needs one more. There's a thrust. Multi was not ready for it, I don't think. Maybe he was in the middle of an attack. I heard a grunt. So that might have been him throwing an attack. Alright, Wrath against Pekkala. Alright, so Pekkala didn't have the strongest start. I didn't either, to be fair. Many of us have had a loss at this point, really early on, so. But that said, Pekkala has now started to really pick up momentum once he switched to Zera and stopped using Marta, so. Wrath is gonna have to watch out here. Alright, Wrath is on the left, Pekkala on the right. Alright, Wrath on the left, Pekkala on the right. Oh, hang on. It's probably my bad. Wait, there's two Wraths. I don't get it. Parsec is being really weird. Anyway, he's in now, whatever's happening. But also, I didn't give keyboard to either of them, so that doesn't help. Alright, Wrath on the left, Pekkala on the right. Hopefully it's working. Wrath is connected, Pekkala is connected. Alright. Who are they going to pick is the question. We got Alex. I respect that pick. That's a fun matchup. Alex can definitely do it. Pekkala is warmed up against my Alex, but with that said, Wrath defeated mine, so Wrath is definitely very capable. It's a toss-up as to who's going to win this, I think. All about how they play it. Good upward cut by Pekkala. That is one of Alexander's weaknesses there. Okay, Pekla applying some passive pressure. Now he's throwing some cuts out there, trying to bait him in. Maybe rush attack, punch, strike, and yeah, unfortunately up close, Zera really struggles. And there's a double. Nice use of the new move. That might be a counter to the Holy Stand. I probably should have thrown that. I was thinking about throwing that last match, but I essentially got really scared to mess that up. Because if I did, Pekla would have just picked me apart. So, and it does have a wind up. There's like a telegraph to it, and that jump attack whiffed somehow. Unfortunately, that's a really bad move. I don't think he should be throwing that in that situation. But I see why. He saw an opening and, you know, the blade hit. It's just the game didn't acknowledge that. The move is not very accurate. It's happening to both of them, to be fair. Oh my god. I don't know what it is with Zera. Something about Zera specifically just causes a bunch of... It didn't really happen in my fight with Peklo so much, though, I wouldn't say. So... Yeah, in that particular case, I mean, there were some odd moments, of course, but it wasn't anything huge, so... And here it's an even fight. Really good to see Wrath holding up well against Peklo Zera. Nicely done. Wrath is actually ahead now. Wrath not afraid to get in there. Good X cut. Follows it up. Can't quite reach him though, but it keeps cutting. And Pekla threw a swing, which opened him up. Aggression doesn't work, huh? Wrath is showing us it does. Oh, there we go. Nice sidestep cut. Whoa, nice. Using that move to parry, that's one use of it. Countered the Holy Stands very well. And follows it up. Getting in the pocket where Zera is weak. Very good performance by Wrath. That was a textbook performance of how you do it. Do not do what I did. Do what Wrath did in that matchup. Wrath should be the one teaching me how to use Alex at this point. Talking about how I'm in the main of Alex, you know, like with the most titles. But look at that. Wrath just showing us that doesn't matter. Who cares about titles? Wrath is a really good Alex player. And it's good to see because Wrath is a Brazilian, right? And Alex uses capoeira footwork, so it's really fitting that he uses him. I wouldn't say he blocks everything above. I've seen Zera crash through many times, and sometimes his stepping opens him up. It's just that he did deflectional parries against you at some points, which was very textbook. That's how you would want to deal with a longsword. And that's another use of the new moves that is really hard to pull off, but you can sort of parry and then use the move to move in and strike. That final long guard parry, yeah, that was beautiful because in doing the attack, he broke long guard, and that prevented his blade from being beaten because he used the power of that swing to sort of strike Zera. So that was really beautiful. And it's really good to see that these interactions are actually working. Alright, we got luck in here. Did I ping multi by chance? It's possible I didn't. Yeah, I think I didn't ping him because luck immediately came in, so I assumed that I did, but I didn't. So I'm used to people only coming in. Oh wait, hang on. I think I'm losing it anyway. It's toasted against luck, my bad. I don't know why I pinged you again. Did not really sleep very well last night. I kind of slept early, but then I woke up at 3, so that's just the magical time for some reason. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Maestro Cake, you're going to be up after this one. I might not make it really obvious, but I am tired, despite how into the commentary I am and whatnot, so hopefully Toasted is around. Let's look at the standings. I'm actually curious. So I'm actually 5th. That's not bad. And of course, the standings are pretty even still, but Luck with no losses, so somebody has to take him out. Otherwise, we're all in trouble. Luck will get a champion title. And it's funny because I want him to get one, but at the same time, if I let him, that means I lose. So I'm going to do everything I can to prevent it. But it'd be also amazing if he did. I should be professional and impartial as to who wins, but I really want to see Luck get the W here. If not, me. So. But hey, if Design Flaw did too, or Multi, that'd be amazing as well. I like to root for underdogs, so that's the main reason. Toasted is not around, it seems, so we'll actually move on, Luck. Sorry about that. Don't jinx you. Alright, Maestro. I've done it before, so it's totally understandable you're concerned about that. It's the commentator's curse. Alright. But hey, her name's Luck, though. Maybe that compensates. I don't know. Alright. Hopefully Maestro is around. Gonna have to release Bonkai for it. Yeah, you will. You're gonna have to figure something out. I'll use my Volstandig, though. It won't work. Alright, Maestro is in. If I had a Shrift, mine would probably be Hash Wolves. That's the balance. Bringing misfortune onto those who are fortunate. That's literally what I do when I commentate. It's amazing. I'd be Sturmritter B, the balance. Okay, good luck, Maestro. Maestro. I did not mean to do that move. I was trying to do the longer range one, but still, that's a mistake on my part. You might have still killed me anyway. Yeah, that was very close, very close. Luck is not on my side, as much as we've been joking about luck. Alright, making sure Maestro gets the win, not me. Alright, we got Toasted against Luck. Is Toasted around? Toasted is around, okay. Okay, Luck. Set to win. Alright, Toasted is on the left, Luck is on the right. Yeah, as for my fight against Meister, I'm glad I at least almost made a comeback. That was very close. Very stressful fight. Turns out Isabella was maybe the better pick, at least today. It depends on the day with me against Zara. So a bit of a gamble. The gamble was... It didn't pay off, but it almost did. So I'm happy with that. It was a very good fight. Suitai cursing Lucky for real. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. And Enra. Yeah, it was a really good fight. I don't know if it's Hall of Fame worthy. I guess you guys can decide. That was a very good fight. But it was stressful, I'll tell you. Alright, for those who don't know, we have like a Hall of Fame for like best fights ever. It's a pretty high standard. And sometimes we submit fights from these tournaments. It's kind of neat. But anyway, Luck against Toasted Bread. Luck has been on a roll. Will Toasted stop him is the question. Okay, Toasted throwing a bunch of swings here, trying to keep him at bay. Big cut. Sidestep. Alright. That is a win. Well, one flag for Luck. Very good sidestep to the hand. Toasted going for aggression. Luck keeps staying calm, though, and backing away to defend. Again, some sidestepping from both of them, actually. Very skillful display by both. Whoa. Feinting the sidestep, finally goes for it, but he actually got stabbed in the armpit as he did that. It was a big cut, though, and it landed well. Forcing the double. Alright, good strike by Toasted. Oh my goodness, thrust after thrust after thrust, another thrust and another. Crazy. That's what Luck wants. He wants me to bring that meme back. Another thrust, another thrust, another thrust. It's working though, to be fair. Alright, Toasted with a big attack. It doesn't land. There's another thrust. Sidestep. They're both getting a little bit tired. Toasted a bit more so. Another thrust, another thrust, another thrust. It doesn't land though. The other two after that didn't land. Luck probably needs to figure something else out. I feel like Zera can counter that just by beating the blade down or striking him and just sort of tanking the first hit. Especially if that retreat cut that he's got. Like, he's got a bunch of tools that I think nullify that. If you set it up right, you can do it, but I wouldn't recommend. It's hard enough as it is. Ooh, okay. Nobody pressed an attack. Somebody paused. Very bad timing, but it is what it is. Somebody's lagging, probably. Or Luck's controller stopped working. That could also be. Oh, okay. It was already... Toasted was already throwing an attack. That's unfortunate. Let me just check Discord quickly. Thank you, Toasted, for backing away. You did all you could there. That was just really unfortunate timing. Luck disconnected. Okay, maybe that was a connection problem on his end. Luck is trying to... Alright, yeah. Or his controller, like we were saying. Alright. Let's try that again. If you guys don't want to count that flag, I'm totally okay with that too. It's up to you. I suppose it'll depend on how this flag goes as well. If Luck wins it, then it doesn't matter. Ooh, nice defense by Luck, actually. And Toasted. Oh, Luck gets it. Good sidestep. Alright. So we don't have to worry about that. Luck won the flag regardless. Toasted probably thought he could block it. But that sidestep move is very good at getting around guards, and Luck has been loving it. I've noticed a bit of a change in his style, and it's working really well. Thrust doesn't land. Oh, try sidestepping. That might have been his undoing, though. Even fight. Maybe Toasted Bread can stop his streak. Rushing in. Blocked. Oh, sidestep. It whiffs. Oh, but Toasted swings whiffs, too. That was unfortunate for both of them, but nobody got damaged, so... Alright. Toasted Bread eventually comes out on top. Sometimes a Toasted Bread of... Sorry, Zera, I should say, not Toasted specifically. With Zera, like when you swing really close, sometimes it's the wrong part of the sword, so it doesn't hit for much damage. Sometimes that's what's happening, but... Sometimes that's not what's happening. Sometimes it's just weird jank, but that is what it is. I'd say oftentimes, though, like, Zera just does these big swings, so when you get in his face, he's at a disadvantage. That's all it is, most of the time. That said, Luck with a point. Very even fight. We've been getting some really intense ones lately. Big cut by Toasted, feint by Luck. Retreat cut, and then there's the holy stance, but he does a feint into the retreat cut. There's low guard, but that was obviously bait. Oh my goodness. Toasted has to watch that stamina. That's the only thing I don't like about what he's doing. Otherwise, he's doing a very good job of keeping Luck at bay. Oh, he works to stop the sidestep, but he opens himself up. Snap cuts after the thrust. Big swing. Yeah, that's a flag for Luck. Luck played that perfectly. Ooh, feint by Luck. Thrust. Another thrust. Another thrust. Snap cut. There's a cut to the head to finish it off. Well played, guys. Will anyone stop Luck? Whoa, I almost gave you -11. What the hell? Wow. Alright, there you go. It's just one. Okay, Maltese against Design Flaw. Maltese stay in, because you'll be fighting Toasted after that. Yeah, against, yeah, Design Flaw. Alright, good luck, guys. Hoping for some more good fights. Luck stopped by the power of -11. Imagine. Yeah, those thrusts are tough, actually. They're tough to deal with. I feel like you have to brute force with Zera to... Not negative 11. Oh, man. Imagine I don't notice that and nobody else notices it, then it says Luck lost in his last place. That'd be funny. Luck would be totally confused. As he should be in that scenario. Anyway, we got multis in here. I'm just looking at the standings. I'm in 7th place, just above Toasted. Only one win. It's not looking great for me. Looking fantastic for Luck, though, which is good to see. Maestro not far behind. Still pretty close bracket. It's not clear who will be in what place, I don't think, yet. But Luck is in a very good spot to win. And by the way, I don't think we'll take a break. I think we'll just continue since we're on a roll, and I don't really feel like taking a break. All right, multi on the left. All right, design flaw. Multi on the left, design flaw on the right. Good luck, guys. Calc, of course, by multi. Design flaw, thinking about who to use. You might go with Zera. Interesting. Probably thinking he can brute force through Calc's guard, which is understandable. A lot of people, I think, believe that Zera has the advantage against Calc, typically. That's all things being equal, of course. Calc can certainly win, too. Interesting pick going with Yazik, though, Multi. Multi has played Yazik a lot. I'm just surprised he didn't use Calc. Oh, the Holy Stand's missed. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. And there's the cut and the thrust. They both missed, but the stab finally lands. That was only a snap cut to the head, so it's kind of iffy as to whether it'll kill or not. Certainly did some damage, but it wasn't enough. Well, there's the lunge, but it doesn't do much. Zera's able to just tank it. Calc can win against Zera if he doesn't let Zera get momentum. Yeah, I think that's exactly right. If Calc can shut Zera down before he does much, he's in good shape. Calc is slower, so he can't try and play a brawl, like do a brawl with Zera. He has to out-fence him. Bara is much better in this matchup, Luck says. Yeah, I can see that. I can't say I know from experience necessarily. But considering you play both of them, I think that makes sense. Bara is also better in the pocket, as I recall. So that might be part of it, I'm thinking, but also maybe harder hitting. More options, too, to like sidestep and whatnot. And that stab, too, that you were using. Oh, that stab didn't really land. I thought it was going to land. Sidestep plus thrust, yeah. That makes sense. Thrust. Well, then there's the retreat cut. Really fast move. Marie is the choice for this matchup? I don't know. I think Marie's at a pretty big disadvantage. Similar case with Calc. You have to stab Zera before he does anything, or punish his mistakes. And that can be tough to do, I think. I've just found Zera often blocks the stabs, and then he just hits you in the head. Zera's just tough. Yeah, that's true. He's tough against for a lot of characters to beat. But like I said, skill also plays a role. And as we speak here, Maltese is doing a really good job against the design flaws. Zera, good defense. Marie's the choice for every matchup. Yeah, well, for you, definitely, because you main Marie. Yeah. And you know how to grapple with Marie, too, which is scary. Very scary. Oh, snap. Okay, another one. Another snap retreat cut. Gets the kill. The first one from design flaw didn't work. Xion does the grab king slash queen. Queen. But I agree, yeah. Because she landed one on me, too. It's crazy. In that, one life tourney. Malt has good patience. Yes, he does. Yeah. And it's working well for him here. Very good parries against those big cuts. Oh, sidestep. It doesn't land, though. Kind of skids off his arm, made of iron, I guess. But then there's a stab to the arm. Still getting some hits. That corkscrew thrust lands 2 times, but does not kill the first time. X there would have got the kill, Maestro says. Grapple attempt. We were speaking about grappling earlier. Design flaw trying to land one. Zera has a pretty dangerous one, I would say. Oh, good parry by Multi. Good lunge, then a strike to the head. Multi applying good pressure. Oh, corkscrew thrust. Yeah, that's what that's called. Because he's like a corkscrew, yeah. I know some people have been saying that's not a very good move, but I've been seeing it used really well lately. Oh, that was not the time to use it, though. I think I saw him using it. Depends on the matchup. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Because of the angle it picks. Ooh, dangerous from both of them. Moves in for the stab, but that stab isn't always very powerful. And design flaw needs one more. Multi not far behind, though, showing us that Yazit can definitely compete in the right hands. Oh, interesting choice of attack there that could have been punished, I think. Multi trying to get in, trying to figure out a way past that reach. It's quite difficult at times, but he's being patient now. Well, throwing some swings out of measure, you gotta be careful. Big swings, Multi backing away, he knew he was in danger. And that kept him safe. Even if the blade crashed through, he would have been perfectly fine. And he goes for a thrust. That was a mistake. He should have, I think, gone for an X cut. Nonetheless, very good effort. I think he relied too much on the point at times, Multi that is, but still a really good effort. And design flaw takes the win. Alright, Multi, stay in. You're going to be fighting Toasted now. Poor Yazik thrust. That's just it's a good thrust. It's just the timing that was picked, I think, that was bad. And he had some of them buffed, too. He had, like, the one that comes under buffed, so... I think Corkscrew is buffed, too. Okay, waiting for Let me just check. Yes, I pinged them. Alright. And Luck still has not been defeated. Uh, alright, I think Toasted is just away doing something. So, we'll move on for now, unless he shows up right away. Let's do Maestro against Wrath. We'll get back to you guys, don't worry. We're just gonna keep the tourney going. You meant to Y cut, but your finger took a mind of its own and pressed down on long guard. Yeah, I do that sometimes too with Alex. Sometimes the using the point is just really tempting for some reason when it's not a good idea. I guess it's because psychologically you think, okay, this guy's not long guarding, so I can just stab, you know? But that's not always true because of the way the blades are positioned and whatnot. I think that's why we often do that. Okay, we got Wrath in here, waiting for Maestro. Hopefully I pinged him. Yes, I did. Alright, perfect, and he's here. Swords A, sticking with the pointy end. Nice quote there. Alright, Maestro will be on the left, and Wrath will be on the right. Alright, let me make sure Wrath has keyboard, and we'll get going. Stream's gone on for 2 hours, 15 minutes, roughly. Which is very good time for us. We're right on schedule, I would say. Hopefully Wrath can... Maybe Wrath froze again. He keeps freezing. But he always is able to get in after. Toasted. Oh, no. Sorry, Toasted. We're doing another fight. We'll get you back in, though, after this one. Maybe I forgot to give Wrath keyboard. Let's try again. Knowing which end to use just isn't enough sometimes. Yep, exactly. Wrath on the right. Yeah, it's that same problem. I don't know why it's showing 2 of you, but it doesn't really matter as long as it works. Parsec just has these weird visual bugs lately, but thankfully they're just visual bugs. They don't actually affect anything. Just makes it annoying as the host to see like what's up with the ping and stuff. Alright. Well, that's the new move, and he parries, but yeah, the sidestep might have been his undoing. His arm was exposed, so he still got hit. Very good effort by Wrath, though. I think Wrath was a bit too far, maybe. If you can really get in Zera's face, you can make something happen. Unfortunately, again, too far. Those moves are very hard to space because Alex does a big step. And that big step is also a telegraph along with the wind-up, so... They're good moves, don't get me wrong. They're just very technical. And when you're fighting against Zera, it might not always be best to use them. He tried it again there, but Maestro just outsped him. Maestro rushing in, goes for the leg, but he's too far, actually, it seems. And he gets hit in the head for his trouble. Oh, Maestro going with that A cut, but Wrath was patient. Good block. Maestro too far for that swing, but he's probably testing the waters. There you go. That's how you use it. Wrath is still in it. He's done well against Zera mains before with Alex. Oh, he rushes in. I hate it when I see Alex mains use that move. It's really terrible, to be honest. You'll see me use it sometimes, but usually that's to finish people off if they're tired. Or if they're being very cocky with low guard, maybe I'll remind them a bit that they can be struck from far away with it, but otherwise I just don't bother, and it's just because it's really telegraphed and it doesn't really get past guard, so... Nor should it. It's a very telegraphed jumping move, so... And unfortunately, Wrath got struck in the hand there. So very good win for Maestro. Alright. Let's get Toasted in. I saw him try to join. Oh yeah, so you gotta actually score the fight first. Be good to remember that. Toasted is in. Alright, and Multi is pinged. Okay, Multi is in. Multi will be on the left, Toasted will be on the right. Alright, let's go. Can you cancel the jumping move before Alex swings? You can... My understanding is you can delay it, but you can't really cancel it. Once you do it, you tend to be committed, you know? But you can delay the swing at the very least. You can rush in, delay the jump, and then do the jump and swing. So it can kind of throw people off sometimes, but it rarely works. I guess it kind of makes sense because if you think about it, if you jump in the air, you can't really alter your trajectory, you know? Because your feet are no longer planted on the ground. So I think that's the logic behind it. It's a very high risk, low reward move, I would say. Not even high reward. It's pretty terrible. Yeah, that's true. It did work against Pekla. There's situations where you can make it work. I just think more often than not, it either whiffs or it does not land because it gets guarded. But if you need to finish off someone who's tired, it's a fantastic move. If you want to punish someone for spending stamina and you just want to get in there and strike, that's an option. But I think there's more forcing moves that he can do now in a lot of cases. Like the new moves, so... Yeah. I get why it's really tempting to use, though. You really want to get in there and strike, you know? Especially if you feel like you need to close in to win. It's a totally understandable thing to try. Oh, thrust attempt, but gets punished. Oh, Multi able to move? Yes, he's able to move. Alright. Good sportsmanship by Toasted. He noticed Multi was not moving, so he just checked with Long Guard to see if he was good. I think Multi is just being very patient, Toasted, so reminder to fighters, you can pause if something is amiss. Just try to time it such that you're not, in the middle of fighting when you do it. Good stab by Toasted. Yeah, because if you pause the game, it eliminates confusion, because then at that point we know something's going on. Oh, there's a pause. I'll just unpause, but try not to fight each other. Yeah, okay. Probably just a lag spike. These things happen. They both look like they're good to go. Maltese is from Germany, so that can certainly happen. Toasted is actually from the same province in Canada as me, so his connection should be solid. There's obviously going to be some discrepancies like that, but I think the fact we got so many people from around the world playing is really cool, so it makes up for any slight ping difference there may be. And there's a good retreat cut by Toasted. With that being said, though, about the ping, it definitely is unfortunate for those who have bad connection. That's where it really makes a big impact, but anyway, Toasted striking the arm, Toasted needing one more. Multi's really struggling here. He's kind of trying to turtle up. And I think, like Wrath was saying, that's a really tough thing to do against Sarah, and I tend to agree. The moment you start turtling up too much, stuff like that happens. You get holy stance to death. And so Toasted takes it. Very good job. And Multi still put up a pretty decent fight. So a good fight to both of you. Okay, I'm gonna fight Luck now. Okay, Luck is in. This is very important for Luck. He can't lose these upcoming fights, otherwise he could still be in some trouble. But if Luck wins, then he's in very good shape. And like I said, I want Luck to win, but at the same time, I also want to win, so I'm not gonna just hand it to him, you know? Oh, did I not accept you? There you go. Okay, Luck, you're on the left. I'm on the right. Good luck. Yes, Saber Duel, by the way. Sorry, Luck, I didn't see that right away. But yes, I'll definitely Saber Duel you. I'm not gonna use Isabella or anything. Yeah, you don't need to worry about that. I think I confirmed that my Isabella is about just as good as my Alex, so, you know. I'm gonna do the honorable thing and make this fight as fun as it can be. Good luck. Good fight. Wow, my heart was racing. Because you found that one angle there, if that, I think it's an A cut you're using, and it's a really good move against Alex, it seems. I just have to, I think, either avoid it or hit you in the head. That seems to be the counter, not blocking it. So, good fight. Wow, that was anybody's. Alright, design flaw against Peckla. It feels like it's been forever since Peckla was fought. Alright, let me check YouTube chat. And I'll send you guys the link too. I had that turned off. Yeah, you did have it. Ugh, I hope I didn't curse you, but nonetheless, good fight. That's what I mean though, like my if I had a Shrift, like a Quincy power, it would literally be balance. And that's exactly why I do stuff like that to people. You think you've got me, but then I win a bunch of flags, and you know, whether I win or lose, it still puts you on edge. Yeah, that side upcut was very good. I was using the jump attack, by the way, Maestro. I see your comment there. It's because he was tired. I was trying to just get him when he was tired, because that's the one time when the jump attack works. Every other time it doesn't seem to, so. But I think I was too far is what happened. So I backed away. I was a bit scared because I was like, all right, he's gonna start recovering if I keep going. So who was Luck? Was it not clear or something? Ah, okay, yeah. All right. Gotta make Alex go first a bit more. Yeah, sometimes that's the key. I think he was doing a good job of that actually, though, but maybe a bit more because he was finding those upcuts, right? And I was trying to block them, and it wasn't working. So I had to use my footwork, which is probably Alex's best defensive tool. It's not his guard, it's his footwork, I would say, that keeps him out of danger the most. And that's really the secret to playing him. You got to remember that that guard is not. It may seem solid, but there's angles that can be chosen that will absolutely slaughter Alex if you're not careful. Luck was slashing out of range a bit too much. Yeah, yeah, I was looking for those. I was looking to punish him. And feints might have been really effective, yeah. His range is deceptive. Yeah, it's because of his footwork and yeah, the way he swings too. It definitely is. Design flaw, by the way. You're fighting. If you did, I ping you? Yes, I did. All right. Feint parry upcut. Yes, it's a very good tactic. I think. I chained as the fight goes. Thank you. Yeah, I always try to do that. When I lose some flags, I always think, what did I do wrong? You know. And then I adjust based on what my opponent's doing. I start attacking more. I attack less. You know, it completely depends on my opponent what I'm gonna do next. I let the swords tell me what to do. That's how I describe my style. I don't go in with a plan. I just sort of figure things out. Because I find if you go in with a plan and try and stick with it, you get punished pretty quick if your opponent doesn't cooperate with you. It's like that Mike Tyson quote, like everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth or something. Anyway, design flaw, you're going to be on the left, Pekla on the right. Lex says if he could dislike all the comments, he would. Yeah, well, luck, I guess, hasn't found success with that. I don't know. But on paper, the idea is really good. But I think the issue might be exactly what Luck is saying, that I tend to adjust to those sorts of things. You can't rely on just one strategy against me usually. Or one attack, I should say. Maybe not one strategy. You could use one strategy. But it's really cool to see how different players approach the game on that topic. Anyway, use Jank. Yeah, Jank's a good tool against me too, I won't lie. If you learn to master fighting in the Jank, then you might do well. Alright, Pekla going with Marta. Not using Zera anymore, which is interesting. And then the Design Flaw going with Calc as always. Okay, that thrust hits the basket. It doesn't go through, and that's a nice cut to the face by Design Flaw. Design Flaw has put on a good show, so Pekla can't underestimate him here. Interesting feint by Pekla. It could have been punished, I think, but I like what he's doing. Just has to be a little bit careful. Because Marta's cuts aren't the best. Well, as I say that, he cuts him a little bit in the head, and he just goes down. I guess head hits are the exception. That's the commentator's curse, you know? Like I say something's really bad and then out of nowhere that specific thing works. Nice stab, shutting down Peckler's line of attack. He committed a bit too much, I think. He went for a dash attack. But I like what he was trying to do. It's just the timing of it. Well, there we go. That's one of Marta's new, like, trademark moves that a lot of Marta mains like using. There's the Inquartada, but it gets stopped. Nicely done by a Design Flaw. Another good performance by him. Well, good disengage attempt by Peklo. I really like that thrust, but it doesn't quite land. A cut attempt. Oh, yeah, Marta's not very good in the pocket. And that's the really quick thrust there by Calc, working in his favor. Pekla moving in, but gets cut. That's where the cancels can screw you over if your opponent calls you out on them and understands that it's fake, and then just throws a cut. It's a good strategy, but sometimes you gotta commit. Or just avoid opening yourself up altogether. And Design Flaw, it's a bit of an upset, but he needs one more. Pekla doing a bunch of thrusts. Those jabs don't do a lot of damage. And Design Flaw is bleeding like a stuck pig, but he's able to force a double. That's very unfortunate for Pekla. I think Pekla needed to do like a bigger thrust. He needed to sidestep LG maybe and do a thrust like that. There you go. Eve saying design is unorthodox. Yeah, there's a tech that I have for this that Pekla could try, and it would probably turn the tables, but I don't want to reveal it if Pekla is not aware already. Alright, Pekla doing some dashes, some jabs, yet Pekla doesn't seem to want to do it, so that's good, if he knows what it is. Pekla knows Marta, so I trust him to make some good decisions too. He can still come back. Both players being patient, but Designflaw needs to watch it when he opens himself up like that. Pekla finishing with a big thrust. Spam in Cortada? No, that's not it at all. Watch the thrusty tourney and you'll see it's not in Cortada. In Cortada was one discovery I made, but it turned out to not be sufficient, so I did 2 other moves to win. In fact, in Cortada probably wouldn't work as well against Calc, at least not Design Flaw's Calc. So they've both traded some blows. They're both limping a bit. Actually, Pekla was just tired. He's back to normal, whereas Design Flaw is limping. Thrust attempt. Oh, he lands it, but he almost got stabbed. Almost got stabbed. Design Flaw, unfortunately, did not force the double. And it's only a 1 flag difference. Some very good fights, guys. I'm really enjoying them. Oh, Design Flaw running in there. He kind of moved past the point, but Peklo was still able to tag him. Yeah, Design Flaw has to be careful. I get why he's being aggressive, but there's a double. And that's when the pressure really starts getting to you, when you're so close to either winning or losing and you start scoring doubles. That means you're both evenly matched and you're both finding kill shots, but you're not making any progress either. So you both feel vulnerable, and then the pressure can get to you. Design Flaw, a bunch of big cuts. Pekla keeping his cool. Pekla going for that thrust. He's doing a bit of canceling, trying to disengage. There's a big cut, and then he follows up with the thrust. Nicely done by Design Flaw. And Eve's advice to charge proved to be good. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta charge, apparently. Sometimes that's how you beat rapiers, though, in all seriousness, so well done. Well done. Okay, we got Wrath against Luck. Yeah, that was excellent design. Good job. Okay, I'm accepting you both. Awesome. Alright, gonna give Wrath keyboard. Alright, so Wrath, you're gonna take the left side. Design Flaw, you're gonna take the... So not Design Flaw, Luck, you're gonna take the right side. And hopefully Wrath is not frozen or anything. Thankfully that issue keeps resolving itself, so... I wonder what that is, though. It's not something other people are getting. And yet his connection seems fine once he gets in. So, I don't know. It seems to be fine now, so that's good. And Wrath going with Alex. We see Luck going with Yazek. His tactic change gave you a hard time. Yeah, yeah. He adjusted really well, and it's something that veterans are very good at. But you still did really well, I would say. Eventually, you just got in there and stabbed him, so that was good. Alright, so Wrath has seen my fight against Luck. So we'll see if Wrath will try and emulate what I was doing, maybe do some of his own tactics, because he has some really neat moves that he likes throwing. So I'm really curious to see how he'll try and take on Luck. Because Luck is a really tough opponent, and Luck knows the angles to pick against Alex. Alright, so Luck with the first win. Stab. It wasn't a direct hit, but it definitely drew some blood. Wrath has to watch that stamina now. There's another stab. It's a very quick attack, and it's actually a very lethal attack now. I think the logic there is that the stab targets like the heart, and it targets the middle of the body. So, and contrary to popular belief, with a curved blade like that, if you stab from that angle, you can get a lethal hit. Looked like a little slight jank there, but I would say Luck had the positional advantage. So I feel like it should have been a double or something, though. I don't know. It was just a little weird. But if anyone was going to win that, it was luck, I guess, so. Given the jank, so. That's how it is. Oh, the jump. He runs into the cut, basically. Oh. That was the wrong time to do it. Those swings, yeah, luck is very good with those. Stab. Wrath keeping his cool. Wrath can do this, but he's got to focus. He can't get too annoyed. Some X cuts, yeah. Especially the sidestep, maybe. But here is the thing. The X cut is very good at striking the head when Luck does some of those moves, but the problem is if Luck stuns you first, you can't really launch it. So you have to find the perfect timing. But nonetheless, I really agree. I think Wrath was doing one of the new moves. Because he sort of lowered his guard and stopped, like he was throwing a big cut. That was not the right time to do it, but I see why he was doing it. He's trying to get past the guard, swing past the guard, which can work. I think Luck was frozen, or his controller stopped working. But there was some jank on display. He got hit in the head, Maestro. We should definitely clip that at some point, because that's very good evidence, I think. But Luck was completely frozen, and his head got rattled with those two hits, and nothing happened until it hit the shoulder. At least that's what it looked like to me. I might play that back, actually. But yeah, you're right, Maestro. That was kind of BS. But oh well. Luck was frozen, so I'm glad Luck got it sorted out though. If there's a time for jank to happen, I guess that's a good time. Oh yeah, he's out positioning him. That's been one of Wrath's problems. The new move. Oh, you might be in the past a little bit. Yeah, that might have. I think I'm looking at some of these back, and I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, I think I see what you're talking about too. But either way, that needs to be sent to Kubel, what I was pointing out. Oh, and Wrath, unfortunately, was cut to pieces there. And Luck takes it. And that is a very important win for Luck, I think. In fact, I'm going to score it and see if Luck has already won. Yeah, it is a really beautiful style, isn't it? I like how he ducks under and lunges and does all these really cool advanced moves. And he's gotten a bit more unpredictable with them, too. I've noticed an improvement with him. Before, his problem was being a bit too predictable. Now he's getting a bit more unpredictable, which is really good to see. And so, let me just look here. I think Luck has just won. So, awesome job by Luck. It might be possible, maybe... Nah, I think even if Maestro wins... Actually, maybe Maestro can win twice and then Luck, like, loses or something. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I think Luck has won it, though. So, congrats if that's the case. Let's move on. I'm going to fight against Multi. If you beat Pecola or you do. He's saying it. Maestro, yeah. Okay. Pecola can spoil if he beats Luck, and yeah, so Maestro has to do well. Yeah, there's definitely some opportunity, like, regardless of who's in first place, there's definitely also some opportunity for the positions to be shifted quite drastically, I would say. Especially if my win against Luck, I still, I think, have a chance to, like, get second or something, or third. It's a very tight race here, as you can see, right? Like, only one win separates third place from these spots, so... It's been a really tight tourney, and I really like that. Obviously, minus the Luck, who's been ahead the whole time. Really good performance by Luck. All right, we got multis in. All right, why'd I put Luck there? That's what I mean. I'm a little out of it. I'm a little tired. Don't sound like it, but I definitely am. Not using that as an excuse, by the way. I've been playing well too, so that's definitely not why. Luck's just been doing well, and so have the others who have defeated me. I tend to function pretty well while a bit tired somehow when I'm playing games, so it's definitely not the reason. Okay, Yazik by Multi. Multi is good if Yazik, so that's a good pick. I expected Calc, but Yazik might be an even better pick, though, because Calc can be kind of 50-50. Yazik versus Alex will be all dependent on how the players play. There are no, like, easy hits for either one, the way that there are for Calc and Alex, if that makes sense. Anyway, good luck, multis. Tourney's going really well. We've seen great performances by many players. Luck is actually set up to win, though, assuming he keeps winning, which is really cool to see. Was good until you joined. Well, beautiful cut. I'm surprised I landed that. Good fight, Maltese. Good try. Yeah, good fight. Okay, toasted against design flaw. Yep, Luck is currently winning. That win against Wrath and was very important after he lost against me. All right, Toasted design flaw. Hopefully they're around. If not, we'll get Pekla against Maestro Cake. That's a pretty important fight too, actually. All right, Toasted is in. All right, but wait a little bit more for design flaw. We'll just move on if he doesn't show up right away. That's all good. We'll come back. Awesome, he's in. Just trying to go through this really quickly. That's all. Making sure it runs smoothly, and it has been running smoothly, so it's good. Okay, Toasted Bread on the left, Design Flaw on the right. Oh, and the last fight's gonna be me against Toasted Bread, I noticed. That'll be really good. Okay, Toasted on the left, Design Flaw on the right. There we go. Yeah, I know you want Sava toasted. Gotta wait, though. That's a neat sword he's got, by the way. It looks like a Shamshir. At least that's the style. It looks like a stereotypical Shamshir. It might be a Polish sword, too. Just as well, because a lot of these designs, like, they've made their way all over these areas where curved sabers existed, so a design that's stereotypically a Shamshir can appear in Poland, and it's a Shabla, not a Shamshir, just because of where it's from, so. Who's winning? Luck is actually winning, and I think Luck actually has won already. So, we got a new champion. At least I believe so. Alright, design flaw if I kill after Toasted got a kill in the opening. Design flaw has been putting on a good show, and Toasted should not underestimate him. Holy stance crashing through his guard, actually. That was nicely done. Both using long guard. Design flaw with the retreat cut. You gotta be a bit careful with that. I really like his style with Calc. It's a bit different from what we usually see. Like you were saying. Nice snipe to the arm. Rooting for design. He is new blood. Yeah, he hasn't been in a whole lot of tournaments, so he's definitely newer. I think he's been on the server for a bit though. Just hasn't been active. So I still consider him a newer player, but he definitely at least knows the game. And he's been doing really well, so. And that's the cool thing about seeing newer blood, or people who maybe play more against the AI than they do against players. I think Design Flaw was in USFC though. I recall that. But anyway, when you have newer players, they often come up with ideas that are not meta, that are not orthodox, and sometimes in doing so, they actually discover things that work. So the one weakness of having a lot of experience is you're quick to shoot down new ideas because you think they don't work. You kind of stick with what works, the conventional moves. That's not true for everyone, to be fair, though. We always discover new things, but very often people who you're very unfamiliar with will come up with ideas you never thought of, so it's really beautiful to see that on display. And that was a trade, but it did not go well for Design Flaw. That was a pretty good hit to the head, though. Zera's head of iron. Well, beats the thrust aside, just barely enough. Both going with some big cuts, some thrusts, and it displaces the thrust there, and then goes with a stab of his own. Yeah, I really like his style. Maestro pointing out it's a really counter-striking focused style, and that was a grapple attempt. And Toasted rushing in anyway again. Toasted drawing some blood, but Design Flaw did too. Okay, there's the Holy Stance. How is Design Flaw going to counter it? The Holy Stance for some reason seemed to hit the blade, and it wasn't aimed at Design Flaw. But nonetheless, Toasted followed it up because it beat the blade down, so it still gave Toasted an opportunity to keep going. Alright, Toasted beat the blade, but he couldn't capitalize in time. Aggression has proper support, I would argue, Pekala. We've seen that on display in this tournament, so. Luck's been using it. In fact, he's the winner of the tournament, so. I think you just gotta learn some new tech, hit the lab, because we've seen aggression work for many people in this tournament. And at the end of the day, just remember this game is supposed to be tactical. It's not really about brute force. It's about fencing skillfully, attacking intelligently, and defending intelligently too. If you're turtling up too much, you're at a big disadvantage, especially against Zera. Slashing out of range, yeah. Oh, there's the thrust. Really even fight. And it's anybody's game now. Toasted rushing in, risky, but he wants to go for that retreat cut. It was a bit of a bait. Toasted was not committing fully. He was actually trying to move in, then retreat. But thankfully for Design Flaw, he did not fall for it. And there's long guard. They both meet each other on long guard. Design Flaw applying a little bit of pressure. Rushes in, goes for the stab to the face, and that same tactic he used earlier. We were just talking about defense being overpowered, and we just see Design Flaw rush in and stab the face. That's something he used. I forget who else he used it against. I think that was Pekala, actually, he used that against. He rushed in and essentially just stabbed him. He didn't think it through. He just attacked him suddenly, and it worked. So, very good timing. That's a really good angle that he picked, too, by Design Flaw. But very good fight, guys. Showing us that Zera can be beaten, too. So that's very good. Alright. Pekala against Maestro Cake. And so that is how it's done. You find the perfect angle, you find the time, you just stab him. That's all you do. and it works. And we've seen many instances of that. Just, you know, when you're losing a fight, you suddenly make the fight dirty, and it works. You get in there, you get aggressive, you find a new tactic, and it's really cool to see that interplay, that the fact that one tactic alone is not enough to defeat everybody. And the best players know how to adjust when something's not working. They don't go, oh crap, his defense is too strong. It's stronger than attack. I'm in trouble. What they do is they try and look at what they're doing wrong, and instead of blaming the game, they sort of try to correct that. And I find that gets me the best success too. And nobody's perfect with that. Sometimes the game doesn't give you a good hand, but it's early access, so that's how it is. Nonetheless, I think that's a healthier mindset to try and think of what went wrong and then correct that. Alright, let's give Pekla keyboard. I think this is Pekla. No, Pekla's fighting Luck after this. Alright, so Pekla, stay in, because you got one more. Alright, Pekla on the left, Maestro on the right. Good, she's working. Maestro. Wait, was that Pekla going with Isabella? Okay. I think he's done it before, so. Feel free to go back if you didn't mean to. I'll give you a moment. Alright, I think it's good. Yeah, I hear you, Eve, but I think genuinely, like, Luck was aggressive this whole tournament against a variety of opponents. And not to brag, of course, but I was the only one who could stop him. I'm not saying that to brag at all. I'm just pointing out that Luck has shown us that aggression really works. And even against me, he was getting some really good attacks in, and he almost had me, right? I was only able to counter him by abandoning auto guard and simply attacking from other angles and trying to actively defend against what he's doing instead of just sitting behind my defense. So, anyway. Oh, Maestro exposing himself there. I don't know if he meant to do that. Very, very good stab to the hand, though. And some cuts there by Pekala. Maestro with some really high-risk moves. He's trying to strike Pekala right away. There you go. Yeah, some windmill stuff is probably better for Maestro. Thrust attempt. And Maestro exposed himself to Pekala's onslaught. Pekala, I won't say anything. I don't want to give it away. But it's pretty evident what he's doing here. He's going for the attack. Applying tons of pressure. Trying to get Maestro to open himself up. And Maestro gets him. There's a time for Pekala to win, it'd be now, yeah. I don't know what Pekala is doing, though. There you go, he rushes in. Let me forward one. Yeah, Pekola needs to change something. He's been scoring some flags to his credit, but he needs to use Isabella's full arsenal. He's salty trolling, yeah. Ah, well. It is what it is. I think he's just having a bit of an off day. And so don't think, oh, defense is better than offense or all the rest of it. Instead, hit the lab, adapt your strategies to your opponent, and work from there. Oh no, I can't forward one. Using Vinard strat there. You should have used Yendrick if you wanted to do that. It might have actually worked, because Yendrick is just insane. And I mean that genuinely. Yendrick is just so tricky to defend against. So anyway, Pekola, you're still in this. So don't leave. I gave Maestro 0. Hang on. There we go. We're gonna bring Luck in now. Now you're still ahead, Luck. You're still ahead, but you gotta win. So it all comes down to this. This is a very important match right here. If Pekola manages to defeat Luck, then I don't think... Well, actually, here's the thing. If Maestro loses, then Luck is still fine. But it's still nonetheless very important here that Luck wins. Alright, good luck. Wonder what Pekola's gonna do, though. Nonetheless, I think Pekola showed us something there. You can just march forward and throw cuts, and you can score flags. I mean, what better proof is there of that you can just attack and win? As long as you mix it up with some defense. Can't abandon defense totally. And sometimes aggressive styles can include plenty of defense, actually. There's a whole lot of nuance there, and a whole lot of styles and opportunities to score. And that's the beauty of this game. The fact that it's so realistic and how it displays that. Big cut. Doesn't land. Another series of cuts. Luck staying just far away. Oh my goodness. Pekola just throwing windmills. But look at that. Look at that. His cuts completely put Luck on the back foot. Maybe Pekola is a bit too impatient, but I think the point there that he can just attack, 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 and win. I mean, he could have won that just with that, so... There's plenty of opportunities here. Pekola just has to watch the stamina. That's an issue with Zero, not an issue with offense as a concept. And eventually Pekola gets it. So Luck is going to have to be very careful here. Pekola is going with a very all-or-nothing style. And that can be tough to fight against, actually. That's something people miss, I think, when they talk about defense versus offense. If someone is very unpredictable of how they move, or they're just going with this onslaught with a really powerful character, it can be hard to time your riposte. That's something that Stuntman is very good at, and it's something that Luck is actually good at, too. And Pekola is showing it as well. Sidestep by Luck. I thought it whiffed, but it didn't. Now Pekola is tired. Yep, and he takes it. If Luck wins, yes, he does win the tournament. If he loses, he needs Maestro to lose. I think, yeah, he needs Maestro to lose. If he loses. So, really high pressure here for Luck. Pekola, though, can kind of just relax and play how he wants, you know? Sidestep. Pekla taps him in the face, though, so that's a double. A lot of characters have that sort of animation thing. It's an issue with the game. I think it's most apparent with Isabella, but we see it with many characters, so that's a desync that Kubo will probably have to fix at some point, because it's early access. Ooh, the thrusts, that's the problem with them. They don't always damage fully, because the point has to connect for full damage. Whoa, sidestep. Nicely done by Luck. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's one of his best tools against Zera, if you ask me. Oh, ducks under and stabs. That was a good attempt. Sidestep. Pekla having to watch his stamina. Sidestep hits the leg again. Getting past the auto guard. Nicely done. And Luck is showing us how it's done here. Attacks by Pekla, but they're out of range. And then Luck with a well-timed sidestep, but Pekla unfortunately kept going. So very good attempt, but Pekla is just hell-bent on hitting him, so sometimes it's tough to time those riposts properly. And, ooh, he actually reached him just in time. But another good attempt by Luck, nonetheless. If that landed, it would have been good. Slashes, not so much. Oh, you mean like the stab, yeah. Or maybe the side steps. Oh, the thrust, but it gets deflected. Yeah, Luck needs to be careful with those thrusts. When they work, they're fine, but I think Zera is particularly in a good position to stop them. Well, is Luck's controller crapping out at Pekla? Hang on. Luck is not moving, so let's... There we go. I think his controller keeps disconnecting it really bad, with really bad timing. It's kind of funny. But his slash angles usually catch him. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, even match, actually. Pekla doing a good job of sort of taking space and dominating it. I think, yeah, Pekla is still in the game. He looked a little confusing, but he is in the game. He kind of stopped there and didn't move. I don't know. But he was swinging, so he was clearly... Maybe he was lagging a bit. I don't know. Luck seemed okay. Sidestep. And Luck is outpositioning his opponent. He needs one more now. Upward slash. Pekla out of range. Out of range again with these cuts, but he's trying to dominate space and catch him. Maybe catch Luck on the riposte instead of just... preemptively, and that's a sidestep countering the holy stance, and I think the game just crashed as Luck won that. Yes, the game crashed. Luck's slash was so powerful that it cut time and space and deleted the universe. That's the big rip, guys. Luck just caused the big rip. Oh, man. Good fight, guys. Luck deleted the universe with that slash. And with that, Luck definitely wins, but we're still going to play the tourney out, of course. We have some good fights to complete. The fabric of reality, yep. Crazy timing with that crash. I'm glad it was after the win and not like in the middle or something stupid. Alright, let's not get into a character war argument. If we can avoid it, please. Zera does have a good guard, to be fair, so he did have to adjust, especially if how Zera was with how Piccolo was playing. But against most people, he was really aggressive, and it worked really well. So anyway, aggressive against it's a bad matchup for Bara, I think, isn't it? That's what I tend to think. It's Maestro around. I can attest he's a very aggressive saber. That's why you play Bara different. Yeah, it's not a good matchup. So that's the other thing. Matchups matter. They're not always the be all end all, but they definitely matter. Whether it's, player styles or just the characters in general. Yep, and that's fine, Luck. Don't let anyone tell you that you're wrong for playing a bit differently against a specific player or against a specific character. You do what you need to do. Anyway, Meister on the way. Yeah, Luck is the champion, guys. Congratulate him in the chat. And it's really good to see you, Venator. Welcome back in the chat. First champion title for Luck, indeed. Let me give it to him right now, because he definitely won the tournament. And let me get you the trusted title while we're at it, because for some reason you don't have it. I think you just gotta earn more levels to earn it, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. We know you're not a bot. We know you're not spamming or anything silly like that. Keyboard? Okay. I'll give you keyboard Maestro, no problem. Okay, good luck. Design Flaw is a tough opponent. I guess you've practiced on keyboard though, so you might be okay. Alright, I'm just dealing with the names, guys. Hang on. Alright, I gotta actually bring the game back up. Hang on. Because we crashed, if you recall. Ven's playstyle fits yours more than yours, yeah. I see. That's interesting. Alright, names are set up and everything. Let's get started. Maestro on the right, Design Flaw on the left. Let's finish this tourney with a bang. Maestro. Something going on with your keyboard? Yeah, you've got keyboard. Maybe that's just the game being weird. Let's try again. Maestro on the right, yeah. Okay. Wait, are they doing a marine mirror? What's going on? A rapier fight. Design Flaw is going with... I don't know who, though. He actually chooses not to go with rapier. He goes with calc. Alright. Interesting choice by Maestro. I don't know if it'll pay off. Alright, Design Flaw. Going with some big cuts. Gotta watch those stabs by Marie, but Calc can win this. I think Marie tends to have an advantage, but... Calc has the tools to win, too. And I like what Design Flaw is doing, sort of forcing Maestro against the wall. Maestro backing away after that failed thrust. It dips under. Nicely done by Maestro. That's the type of thing Design Flaw is going to have to watch out for with his style. Maestro again trying to sort of dip under, yet he tries it again. He's not quite close enough, but it's working. Design flaw is gonna have to change something, I think. Ooh, fainting there. But still gotta be careful of those stabs. Maestro with the double thrust lands. Just barely. And a thrust, but it gets beat down. He cuts the head there. Nicely done by design flaw. We're seeing a very technical fight here. Both fighters trying to use counter strikes, and obviously that tactic works well too, regardless of what I was saying about attacking. Both strats are viable, is my main argument, to be clear. And good stab by Maestro. Design flaw doesn't seem to have a clear counter to that B thrust. He has to figure something out. You can tell Maestro's already threatening it. He lands the thrust, but it doesn't kill. That's a cut to the head for design flaw. Maybe design flaw is onto something. Maybe you just take the thrust to the belly and cut the head. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Obviously it's not ideal, but good cut, catching Maestro off guard with that rush. Design flaw is really good at doing that. He goes for that cut, or he comes in and stabs you out of nowhere. Some coffee grounds in my McDonald's coffee. That's gross. Alright, good kill by Maestro. I don't know about the US, but in Canada, actually, McDonald's makes some decent coffee. I just don't take it with sweetener. I just take it black, and it's... I like strong coffee, but it's perfectly good without anything in it for me. Anyway, let's focus on in the play. Just got a mouthful of the grounds, though, and it wasn't ideal. Alright, cut, thrust, thrust, cut, thrust by Maestro. Both of the rapiers are good at that. McGriddle's the only thing you get from McDonald's. Yeah, I don't really eat from McDonald's often. But I'll at least drink their coffee or something. I just think if you want to do fast food, there's better options, you know? That's the main thing I don't... That sort of drives me away. Alright, and there's a thrust from Maestro, shooting in, getting a quick kill. Good attempt by design flaw, but Maestro with a calculated pick, I think. I think he picked Marie purposely to counter that calc. And the other thing is, if I want a burger, I generally, like, prefer to get it from somewhere where that makes better burgers than McDonald's, you know? Oh, you didn't know what the right controls were. Yeah, sorry about that, Maestro. I would have helped you out if I saw that. But you still won, so good job. That's not an easy opponent to defeat without knowledge of the controls. But you figured it out pretty quick. Yeah, exactly. You can, like, if you're gonna eat out for a burger, it's only worth it to me if you go to like a place like Fat Burger, if you know what Fat Burger is, that makes good burgers. I don't think there's any point in just getting McDonald's for a burger. If you can make one at home, that's so much better. It's for the quickness, not the taste. I get it, but you know, I just don't see the point personally. If you're gonna eat crap food, it better taste good. That's what I tend to think anyway. They cook it at Five Guys. You just cook it yourself. I only get it if I'm not at home. I see. Yeah. And honestly, I don't mind waiting a little bit. Obviously, time is money. I get that. Like, but if you're waiting a bit longer, but the product's better, I think it's still, as long as you can pay the extra, whatever amount, it's perfectly worth it. All right, Maltese on the left, Wrath on the right. And I get the point about quickness too, but I think there's better places that are just as quick too. So there's also that. But to each their own, right? And I get that McDonald's is obviously very convenient. That's the main thing. Yeah, I've heard Five Guys is good. I gotta try that. McDonald's is barely food. Yeah, some of their items are just awful. And also the Big Mac, it has a good sauce, I guess. That's about the only thing it's got going for it. But then there's too much bun, I think, relative to the meat. So that's my main problem with it, I think. The sauce is good, but everything else is at best mediocre and at worst bad compared to other places. Anyway, Wrath with Alex, Maltese with Cal. Let's try and focus on the fight. And good slash to the face by Maltese. Yeah, the pictures look great, but the actual product isn't. And on that Super Size Me documentary, I believe the guy did find a Big Mac that looked pretty close to the picture. But that was in New York, so. There's a good strike by Wrath. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Eve. And wow, good sidestep by Wrath. Wrath is just picking Maltese apart here with Alex. UK Mackies, yeah. I'm sure it's not good over there, yeah. And honestly, I think as far as like quick burger joints, A&W is better here. So I find better quality too, actually. A little bit better. I mean, obviously it's not the best of the best or anything like that, but you know, good stab by Maltese. Where the original McDonald's was, I don't know. Maybe some of our American friends know. And there's a double. Also in Canada, we have Tim Hortons, which is very convenient, and it serves things like soup and chili, you know, and you get a coffee with it, and you have to wait a little bit, but it's not long at all, and it's pretty good quality. So we got some pretty good fast food places that do better than McDonald's, I think. So that was an unfortunate pause. Are you both okay? Wrath is long guarding. Multi's maybe having an issue. I'm gonna pause the game. That was unfortunate. Oh, you're both good? Is Wrath alright? Long guarding? Alright. You're both just being patient. California, okay. Bernardino. San Bernardino. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised it's California. They got some good food over there, I'm told, but they also got some really bad stuff too. Anyway, good cut. That's kind of the theme of California, isn't it? It's a mixed bag. It depends on whether it's a good state or not, depends on how well off you are. More than other states, I'm told. Yeah, Multi's doing really good here on the defense, but oh, that big cut takes the hand right off. Beautiful by Wrath. Good pressure. Multi was doing some good stuff too, though. I think there was a bit of jank there that flag earlier, like not on the last kill, of course. But all the same, very good fight, guys. And I'm really happy to see Wrath excelling with Alex. Because Wrath actually defeated my Alex, just to remind people. So he's no joke with Alex. You can't underestimate him. Alright. I'm gonna kick you guys. We're gonna finish it off with Toasted against me. The two Canadian players are gonna duke it out. And I know my fights with Toasted are always really good, so. Something about that name is really good, by the way. Toasted bread, you know? Rolls off the tongue. It's a little funny. It's a really good name, actually. even though it's, even though it doesn't seem like much on the surface, you know? Something about it. Anyway, good luck, Toasted. You're gonna be on the left. I'm gonna be on the right. Oh, did you go with Laszlo on purpose? Okay, saber fight. Feel free to pause or go back if you did not mean to use Laszlo. I think I've seen you use him before, but it's kind of rare, so. Okay, you good? Alright. The secret Laszlos, man. Man, they're just everywhere. I'm a secret Laszlo, too. So I get it. Has bite to it, yeah. Well, there you go, Luck. You're getting a saber fight, so. Oh, you good, Toasted? Something seems to be wrong. Alright, I'll give you a moment for whatever's going on to subside. Just, I guess, long guard if you're ready. I'll check if you're still in. You're still in. Oh, 2,000 ping, according to Parsec. That's not good. And it's kind of frozen there because of the visual bug. Um, Yeah, let's see if it subsides. It's not updating for me, so I have no idea what it's like on your end. Alright. Yeah, it was saying 2000 ping. It's just wild. And went to space. Alright, I should pay more attention to the fight. Yeah, or that stuff's gonna happen. God, that was stressful. That's an interesting combo Toasted's using. I think it's an actual combo too, I just don't see anyone use it. Yeah, that's like a you cut low and then it's like a big but fast cut coming down. Right. Good fight, Toasted. Wow. Did an amazing job there, man. And you used a combo I haven't seen before. I'm curious what that is. If that's just you throwing different cuts or if that's a listed combo. But either way, very good job. I had to figure that one out. It seemed like the only thing that reliably worked was sidestepping and sniping the arm after you whiff. So, because Laszlo is a really fast and powerful saber. So, all right, predictably, I got third place. Maestro only lost once, so he got second. But the key here is that Luck defeated Maestro, and so Luck gets the title because of the fact that he won. He needed to win that fight to win the tournament. Yes, Luck won Vineyard, so that's his first champion title. He is officially a champion now. Welcome him into the Champions Tavern, guys. That's a secret, a little secret channel we got in the server for champions. Yeah, very good Laszlo Toasted. Use him a little bit differently from others, just a little bit, and it was enough to throw me off. So, very good job. Congrats to Luck, congrats to Maestro, and to everybody who joined too. Like, let's have a look at the standings here. Design Flaw tied me in score. That is a really impressive feat there. The only reason he's below me is because I beat him. Um, then we got Wrath, we got Pekola, and Maltese had some good performances too, despite the low score. There's a lot of really good players in here, so don't feel ashamed if you got a low score. Was a really tough tournament, I think, for everybody. Nobody had an easy time. So thank you all for coming out. It was good to see some new faces and some veterans too. Um, a lot of these people have been in these round robins before, so they know what's up. But nonetheless, I think everybody put on a good show at some point, and that's the beauty of the mode. Everyone gets a chance to adjust, and everyone gets a chance to get a bunch of fights in, so it's good practice. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time for the next round robin. Keep an eye out because I think I'll announce a saber tourney today for Sunday because I think Sunday's open. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.